Okay, so let's begin with the daily chart here. Again, we still kind of inside this kind of flag held yesterday's and the previous day's lows. Now trading within this range. Let's see today, which is month end, and we might see some flows in or out of the market. How it will behave here at these highs, and if it's managed to reach it, of course we have other highs right here, and if we have further downside. On the contrary, if we manage to hold above this level, we might see, as I was saying in yesterday's video as well, this kind of pattern and then further upside. Not sure how much this will be, perhaps it will be until this area right here, like yesterday was until these very important areas. As you can see here, multiple failures to the last 2 days. Let's see today which scenario will play out. If we have a breakdown of this level right here, we could see easily 500 or even lower. If we would like to see the 5-minute chart right here, we can see that multiple days now we are building value with this rejection, at least with a high of 905s right here, and generally this 800 to 900 area, so we could perceive this as a head and shoulders, of course, and today we could see some more downside to test this 600 or even 500, this kind of areas, or even 400, it will depend. On the bullish side, we can see some upside if we break and hold this 800 to 900s and go for a retest to 10,000, very important psychological level. Then we have 10,000 and 10,100s, which is this kind of low as well right here. And as we saw in previous weeks trading, every time price tested the previous low, immediately rejected and sold off, as you can see right here. So let's see if today is this case, or we could see some flows in and out of the market due to month end. Let's see which scenario will play out. And here on the 1-minute chart, let's see the scenarios which likely to play out. We could see some retest of this day's open price 800s and initial balance low of yesterday. This blue line is from this hour right here yesterday, so we could see some rejection as it was. This was the case yesterday afternoon, and we could see some possible retest and then further downside. Initially I will look to short up here for a very tight stop. On the other hand, we can see this initial balance low right here and initial balance high, which price could find a range between until it breaks to the upside. Until it breaks to the upside or to the downside right here. So let's see which scenario will play out. So I sorted here at this move, this open price, as this was my plan from earlier. Let's see if the US European cash open price fails and we have further downside for a retest of volume weighted average price or even lower at this initial balance low. Very nice trade so far. Let's see how price will behave here at this low, if we find any support or if we break straight through, and then we kind of trying to retest this kind of 600 area. Of course, perhaps not this first hour, but later in the day. It will depend on how price will set up. Very important level right here at this initial balance low. Let's see if we find any support, if we break straight through towards 700s. So I close my position right here. Let's see how I traded this. So I open a hedge long here with stop to break even. 44 points this short. I shorted earlier as well, but I got stopped for almost break even. Let's see now how price will behave here and if it found any support. So price held resistance here at the volume weighted average price, broke down initial balance low. Let's see how it will behave here at 700s. We can see now price, like yesterday again, failed to hold to the above range from midpoint until the initial balance half the day. Let's see now if it spends time here. We can see further downside for the day, potentially a retest down to 600 from yesterday's low, this kind of area in general. Let's see, let's give it some time to see if it retests here, and we'll try to short it. So I sorted at this rebound retest at equilibrium line and volume weighted average price. Let's see if this will happen and we have a retest either of this level or 70s or even lower. Again, now the more time price spends between these two lines, we have 76% chance to go further downside. Let's see if this happens. Close the short position right here, very nice resistance here, initial breakdown, rebound, resistance at volume weighted average price, straight down. Let's see now if we manage to break down and hold below the 717s and go further downside below 700s. At the moment we're trading exactly like yesterday's session, with the only difference that we have we're setting up exactly like this but with smaller range. Let's see if we manage to break down further down. Just look at this, how nice short it would have been. I just stop it down here, but again, as I was saying earlier, we might see further downside. So let's see if this, at the moment, this proves to be the case, and if there is any reason to buy these 600s for a potential rally up to 700s. But again, this could take some time. So let's see. But again, you see the power of statistics. When you see something setting up and you have counted the X number of times and you have 75% chances, this is the best way to trade, I think. So you need to have the odds in your favor. So I bought here at this gap fill from a little while ago, so enough volume spike. Let's see now if we have a rebound up to 700s or even 717s. So we have a failure up here to kind of find momentum to the upside. Now the more time holds this kind of flags, we will see further downside, potentially down to 600 or even lower, but let's see how this will develop. We can see here that market lifted up above 700, so my initial entry here, long entry, could have been good 40 points or so, but let's see now. This is counter trend due to the day's downward action. Let's see now if we have this kind of pattern. I would like to short it around these levels right here, or even higher, this equilibrium line, or at these 70s within this zone for a continuation to the downside. This happened yesterday as well, so let's see if it will happen today. So we can see price holding resistance exactly at this level, volume weighted average price. Let's see how further down can this go. So we can see very good support here, flash down move earlier on the US GDP announcement. Let's see now if we have any kind of rally up to any of these levels and if we would like to short this for this potential scenario, like this time right here. It was very good short. Let's see if the scenario will play out. 2 minutes now until the US cash open. Let's see how price will behave. We can see here continuous resistance at this initial balance low, as I was saying earlier. Let's see if we have any kind of rally within these areas, and then we'll see a sell of a new low, or how price will behave in general. So we can see price here had a massive rally. Let's see how it will behave here at these previous day's open price and highs, which coincided with yesterday's balance zone. If we would like to short it here, but again this looks very strong. Let's see. So I bought right here. Let's see how far upside can we go. It is month end, so we could see some flows very aggressive like this one or this one. Let's see. So price just consolidating here with respect of these levels, especially this one. US cash open price immediately got bought and held support at volume weighted average price. Here we had a flat top, almost with fake outs here at this 80s, which I marked at level, and this was also the European cash open price, and then we held resistance up here as well. So let's see at this time if price would hold resistance once again or if it will break through. So here as we finished, we held support here at previous initial balance low of the day, immediately rallied. Now I shorted these against these levels right here, very important levels, today's open price, initial balance high and yesterday's initial balance low. Let's see if price will go further downside. So that's it for today, and thanks for watching.